the feds watching us, but the state tried to pull us over. But the state ended up intruding on a Fed investigation.
Oh my God!
So it ended up being
everybody wanted y'all. Man.
It ended up being a very big ass serious mess, bro.
That's crazy.
You Google that shit, that Grundy gang shit. That shit all gonna pop up.
So that's all related to that. Cause that's a big deal, man. I saw the video you sent me. It was like 5 of y'all. That's one case, but I think it's related to that. Yeah. But then,
so that was us 5 who fought the conspiracy to murder.
Then it's a bigger case though.
All bonding out, beating that shit. Nobody told. So we all got out, beating that shit, and then they came in another wave after that. So like really, after we beat that case, it like the city of Indianapolis was like, fuck that. Like that's some shit they never seen happen before.
The heat was on you.
That shit never happened in history around here. Somebody gonna tell something.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be scared. Somebody gonna be broke. We wasn't none of that shit.
Man.
We was family.
Man, when doing the research on that whole like indictment, the particular dude, said that he was charged. His name came up in like 10 different murders, and he never got like convicted or like they couldn't really prove it.
Yeah, 2 dozen. They was talking about.
So it was 12.
They was talking about 2 dozen. No, 2 dozen. It was like 24, 26.
Yeah.
Murders.
26 murders?
Yeah. More than 2 dozen murders. Yeah.
Over what, a 3-year span or something like that?
Yeah. Some shit like that. I don't know.
You know how the Fed, they put the, the stuff in the indictment or, the press release.
Yeah. I really don't be and when your life on the line for that shit, bro, that shit don't, you ain't intrigued by that because you ain't looking at it the same way the spectators is looking at it. You feel me? When you in the thick of that shit, it's different. So I ain't even watching news. You get what I'm saying? People keep sending it to my phone. I ain't even answering the phone. You don't want to see this bullshit because people can push they shit on you. You know how you hang around the wrong person and you end up doing the wrong type of shit? Like sometimes people can be so consumed by something that they start believing that shit when it's false. So being in the thick of this shit and fighting for your life for this shit, you don't want to be part of the circus of that shit. That shit was a big circus, bro.
So for the viewers who watch who not familiar with the case, so the first one was just y'all 5. So
yeah, the first one was us 5 fighting the conspiracy to murder on the police. That's what started it. And we beat it. That's what made them come with their next wave and be upset. Because people don't beat that type of shit.
So what was the next wave? How many people was caught up in that case?
I ain't sure, but probably like 10, 11 or some shit like that.
But it's still y'all though?
Nah, they just sprinkled in more people.
Oh, so the superseded, is that what they call it, the super?
Nah, they didn't supersede it. Ours was state.
Oh. Okay.
So they tried us on the state level. But in state, you got the paper, bro. You can fight. When you got that money on the state side, you can fight. When you're dealing with the feds, it's a whole different stipulations and rules you're fighting against.
So what did you get charged with on the federal side?
So I went fed by myself. I didn't go fed as part of their situation.
Oh.
Because I learned a lot from the first situation. As I told you, I learned from other motherfuckers' mistakes.
Yeah.
So when I went through all that, it'll make you think. I fought that case for 2 years.
Yeah.
I fought it the longest. Me and the last person on that case, we fought it the longest. The other people got theirs thrown out quick. They was really holding on to us, making us sweat it out.
Yeah. So it was a different case. It wasn't related to the Grundy gang.
No, it was the same Grundy gang and some of the same people, but they just swapped it out.
No, I'm saying with you in particular.
Yeah,
the Fed
me
side.
in particular. Nah.
That's what I'm saying. Yours was different. Yeah. So what was that case?
Mine was pistols. So after the end of the state, conspiracy to murder, I had to plea out to the high speed because the high speed did happen. Like I did take them on the high speed. So all the other charges got dropped. All the murders and shit got dropped. All the drugs and shit got dropped. All the bullshit got dropped. Because when they came in the house, they found like 100 and some thousand and all type of bullshit. So after all this shit gets sorted out, they ended up making me plea to the high speed. I plead to the high speed. I signed it. So I fought that shit for 2 years. I signed it. They ended up giving me 2 years, but it's due 1 because it's a felony 6. So that's still 50%. And the Indianapolis law got changed where it's 85% now. But a felony 6, which is the lowest felony, you get a 2-1.
Okay.
So I signed to the 2-1. I went home on house arrest. They put me on house arrest.
Okay.
While I'm in the house on house arrest, as I was going through these other cases, they was accusing us of so much shit.
Yeah.
Like they like 24 murders, bro. That's a lot of motherfuckers.
And they put your boy at the top as the head honcho. He has life right now, right?
Yeah, he got life plus 60.
Plus 60.
Yeah.
And he was what, like 30, 29?
Yeah, something like that. I ain't really sure.
Damn.
Yep, it was young. Yeah.
So that's when you ended up going to Big Sandy?
Yeah, yep. I was on the house arrest ban. They ended up kicking in my door, catching me with 3 pistols. So they gave me felon in possession.
Did they like trace the pistols back to any crimes or anything like that?
Nah, no.
Oh, okay.
They was happy to get me out the fucking streets.
And they sentenced you to 5 years?
These your pistols, 5 years and 10 months.
So pretty much 6 years. Then.
Yeah.
And you did your entire time, your entire bid in Kentucky?
Yeah.
At Big Sandy?
I did my first year in the holdovers. So you do your first years in like the jail, the county jail holdover for the feds. Mm-hmm. So I did Graceland, Kentucky, and Henderson, Kentucky.
Okay. Because Big Sandy, that's in what?
That's in Inez, Kentucky.
Inez, Kentucky. So is that like a mountain? Or is it?
That's on top of a mountain.
Just on the outside, from what I've heard, that's like a notorious, like high max security prison, mm-hmm. and people getting hurt.
Yeah.
There around the clock.
So, like, it's for lifers, really, but they send me up there because of my gang shit. Like, I'm a leader of a gang. Like, I have my own clique and shit. And then my association with the Grundy gang shit. Then I had the detainer. They left a detainer on me. So the feds, the games they play are different. So they left the detainer on me from the conspiracy to murder. So because I was on house arrest and I plead out to the house arrest, that's a, like, you know, when you go fed, that's a open case and like a violation and shit. But they kept my detainer as conspiracy to murder. They never put my detainer was a house arrest detainer for high speed. They put it as the main cause number, which was the conspiracy to murder. Because, you know, I started a conspiracy murder, beat all of it, and plead down to the high speed.
Right.
They left it as conspiracy to murder. So the fact that I was going through all that, that's going to make you have to be up on the mountain because you can't be low.
Dirty, man.
Yeah, so they play, this is what I'm telling you about the feds.
That's
the feds play a
crazy.
whole different vicious game than the state do. The feds is psychological. The state is more physical shit.
Man, so like, what's that adjustment like, man? Going from the state prison or state was jail, really?
Yeah.
Then now you in a federal prison.
It's a world of difference. Somebody told me the first time when I walked in, when I first got to the feds, so we had to do bunkies. We was in that Atlanta little DCS, whatever it's called, where they find out where they gonna send you and ship you off before you get shipped to where you going. And I had met a guy. He was from Oklahoma City, and he said, "First thing I'm gonna tell you is this ain't like the state. Nobody cares what you had or what you did out there. They care about who you are as a man in here." And that's the best advice I could give you about the difference between the Fed and the state. And the state is more show us what you got, and the Fed is not. It's more your principles and what you stand on as a man.
So what was that first date like in Big Sandy, man? You hear about the stabbings and all that before you even went, you know, like how notorious it's supposed to be, how crazy it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you hear about it, but I'm from a violent hood anyway. So when you come from that background, as I told you, if you're a man, you'll be handled as a man. But if there's any flaws, you will be handled as that. So coming into Big Sandy, honest to God, for me, it wasn't a big transition. It was the same. It was exactly the same as growing up in my hood. Because if you're a man, you're respected as that. But if you're a snitch, if you're undercover gay, if you're a thief, if you're any of that, your ass is out at Big Sandy. But if you're a man, you're respected as that. So you could come in just as a man who stand on principles and you ain't got none of that bullshit on your jacket and your bit gonna be absolutely perfect. So I don't know why everybody acts so however they act when they hear stabbing every day. That was because they'll find out somebody was a snitch, or he stole from somebody, or he did something he wasn't supposed to do, took somebody's shit, or didn't pay his debt, or was doing something homosexual or something. So it's reasons for this shit. It's not just happening just because like you would think. Damn, it's fucked up. Nah, hell nah. It's some horrible dudes You feel me? And they all getting dealt with.
Like it's just barbaric. Like it's just.
Yeah, hell no.
You know what I mean?
All cap.
Obviously, how it's
No, I'm
portrayed.
agreeing with you. That shit's all cap. All that shit's cap. If you are a good man who stands on principles and everything you're supposed to, you can do your whole bit at Big Sandy like I did. I did my whole entire bit there, bro. I did so long in that motherfucker. I did longer than niggas with life because Big Sandy is like a disciplinary yard. So when you come there, it's for disciplinary reasons. So you usually can do like 18 months without getting in trouble, and you can come down now. You can come off the mountain and go to a lower thing. I was just fucked up. So I always was into something or doing something.
Oh, you got into multiple situations while you was locked up?
When you come to the penitentiary, your number gets called. So once you get your paperwork cleared and all that shit, and you get situated, they give you your bag or look out for you or whatever you're gonna do, and you get situated and shit. You get put in the car. So you might be the South car, you might be the gangbanger car, you might be the Midwest car, whatever car you in. But when something arises, your number gets called. So let's say you a good dude, you good. Me and you chilling. We in here chilling. We eating together. I'm sharing food with you. I give you all your clothes and shit. When something bad happens and it's in our car, your number get called. And you gotta handle that.
Yeah.
So these are the rules of this place. So you automatically gonna get into something.
And you said if you turn it down, it follows you in the street.
Turn it down. If you turn down what? Not putting in that work?
Yeah.
Your ass is going where they going. You might be next. Ain't no, like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Did you get like stabbed while you was locked up?
Hell nah. I didn't get nothing. Came out the same way I went in. 'Cause this is what I do. It was no different, bro. I'm not capping. I'm not like putting nothing on it. It was exactly the same as my neighborhood. You have to be serious to make it.